Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Surya's Motor Tube, and in today's episode I will be explaining to you guys what does a crankshaft do and its part. So let's just start off with the video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Also make sure you sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So right off the bat, as you guys could see, there's a groove here. So this is where the crank lock sits in so that it mounts. When it mounts to the engine, crank doesn't come out. That is what this crank lock does. As you guys could see, there are other grooves here as well. This is called the crank gear. This is where the engine produces the output. Since the piston sits like this on top, there will be another connecting rod which connects this crank pin journal, and there would be another crank pin bearing which sits right on top or right underneath a lock. So you tighten it and you have the crank connecting rod. So what it does is it just moves up and down, creating a 4-stroke cycle, which in turn does your intake, compression, combustion and exhaust. Now what it does is it helps create a force which goes up and down. So that force gets put out through the crank gear, which is also called the primary drive. This is another crank or bearing, I would say. And this right here is the counterweight, where when the piston goes up and down, this helps to just go all the way down since it's got a lot more weight. So it helps with moving up and down. So that is what it does. Also with this crank pin journal, you sometimes also get smaller holes where the oil goes out into the bearing. So what it does is it lubricates the entire process through the cylinder. That is what a crankshaft is. I hope you guys understood what it means, and please like and subscribe. And that is about it. You guys have a nice day.